Dragofab here, and today I will show you what the problems we faced when we tried to link Dataverse to Microsoft Fabric. As you can see in this article, there are quite a lot of things you need to do, even so the connection itself is quite easy, but all the prerequisites are mandatory and you need to go through and check that you have everything ready, because the errors that we received were not really helpful. First of all, pre-request is system administrator role in environment and specific environment that you want to connect to Fabric. And you need to be administrator in the Power BI workspace you've created. And the workspace and capacity of this workspace needs to be in the same region as Dataverse that you are connecting to. And so on and so on. So you have a lot of different things you need to set up before you can actually start creating. So here I can't really show my production, so I chose to get screenshots from this video. I link it here from Pragmatic Works that helped us a lot in setting it up, but still it wasn't addressing our specific errors that we had. So first of all, the link to Fabric is happening in Power Apps, not in Fabric. So you need to go to Power Apps, choose your environment, and make sure that the account you're using is system administrator in this environment. And then you need to go to tables and check that all the tables you bring into Fabric have frag changes. Otherwise, you can't bring them to Fabric. So you need to go to Account, Properties, Advanced Options, and check, scroll down and check that you have track changes. Then you go to Analyze, link to Microsoft Fabric, and here is where we had the first issue, which wasn't really what the error was showing. So the error here, it's checking access to Power BI and Fabric capacity. It said that it's checking, but it's checking everything. And what it showed to us is you need a Power BI Premium license to continue. Even so, you don't need Power BI Premium license. Pro and Fabric capacity is enough. But this error was kept showing and we couldn't understand what's going on. And then the actual problem that we had was that account we used to create link to Fabric was not system administrator on this particular environment. So if you're administrator on Power Platform, it doesn't automatically mean that you're a system administrator on the environment that you're bringing to Fabric. You need to be careful and need to check your account has system administrator for this specific environment, because the errors that Microsoft's showing are not really always useful. And in this case, it was absolutely not even in the way where the issue was. The issue wasn't with access to Power BI or Fabric. It was with access to data in this environment. Then you need to get your credentials. So you need to connect to Microsoft Fabric. And this might be a different account. For example, we used Sarah's principal account. And what we ended up with is lake house in the Fabric. It had all the tables that we want, but we couldn't access the data. because our service principal account didn't have access to it. So your account that you're connecting here must have read access. This doesn't need to be a system administrator as the account you're creating this link, but it must have read access to all the tables in Fabric. Otherwise, you will have tables, but you wouldn't have the data in these tables in Fabric environment. And next, you need to choose workspace. Company that I work is global, and for us, the capacity was initially in West Europe, but our Dataverse is in UK. So we had to create a separate capacity specifically to link to Fabric. So it will be in the same region. So you can't use other link between other regions. So the Fabric workspace must be in the same region. And then it will create it automatically. Everything will come. But the main thing to remember, you need to do all the steps that Microsoft Fabric asks you to do before you can link it. Thank you.